Hi there. I work with the digital learning team here at Moore County Schools. We need to take a few minutes and talk about AI, specifically generative AI or artificial intelligence. So, a quick history lesson as we begin. First, AI is a field of computer science that has been around for decades, and you've interacted with versions of machine learning and other types of AI your whole life. In 2018, large language models, or LLMs, capable of understanding and creating human like text, took big leaps. From 2018 until 2022, the LLMs increased in complexity and continued to train on an ever-increasing amount of data on the internet. In November of 22, OpenAI's ChatGPT was released to the public. Its simple chat interface made the technology very user-friendly. Google responded by releasing their program or their model, which we now call Gemini, and the race was on. Since 2022, the LLMs that initially could only make text learned to produce audio, still images, and now they can even make short videos, earning them the new title of generative AI. GenAI powered tools are being wrapped into many of the existing products we already know and like. So Moore County Schools knows that GenAI is not going away. It's only going to become more powerful and more important to you to understand as time moves forward. With that in mind, we want you to learn how to use it powerfully and responsibly. So think about learning GenAI like learning to drive a car. You start out learning with an adult in the car to learn the rules of the road, what dangers to look out for, and how to get where you're going safely. With GenAI, you'll start out with the guidance of your teachers. You'll learn what it can do, what to look out for, and how to use it responsibly to go further than you could ever imagine. This year, you're going to have access to two powerful GenAI tools, both made by Google. Gemini is Google's multimodal language model. It can complete all sorts of tasks based on prompts that you enter. A prompt is like a request. The more detailed your request, the closer the response will be to what you wanted. This is called prompt engineering. The other tool you're going to have access to is NotebookLM. This is an even newer tool, still from Google, based on their model of AI. NotebookLM can be a powerful tool to help you learn, conceptualize information, and make connections across a variety of sources. Your teachers will show you how to use these when the time is right, but you can also check these out on your own and explore some. Now, there are hundreds or even thousands of AI tools out there, but Moore County Schools has chosen these because Google has agreed not to use our input or our people to train their model, because privacy and security are important. So you already have access to these tools, but remember, you won't be using them all the time. You can earn significant academic and disciplinary consequences for using AI tools at times or in ways other than how your teacher directs. So let me show you what I mean. Every classroom in Moore County now has one of these charts posted. Each teacher will use the same chart to tell you what level of GenAI is allowable on any given assignment. It's important to remember that the default level of allowable use of generative AI is 0 for all assignments unless your teacher has explicitly stated otherwise. Let's quickly look at the levels of use. So let's say we're doing a project for ELA. Our teacher says that we can use up to a level 2 GenAI on this assignment. So as I'm looking at level 2, I see that I can use Google Gemini or a similar tool. I can help brainstorm or come up with ideas. It can help me create an outline or to structure my ideas before I write. Or it can help me with editing and proofreading my final draft. Now, real quick, editing in this chart doesn't mean spell check. Instead, editing in this case means proofreading by reworking or rewriting what I wrote to improve it in some way. Looking down, I see that my responsibilities as a student will be to turn in the following along with my assignment. First, the chat logs, including my prompts that I use to work with the tool. And second, a disclosure statement stating that I did use GenAI on the assignment. You and your teacher will spend some more time going over this chart to understand it, but for now, let me leave you with 3 big ideas. First, make sure you're always clear on what level an assignment carries. And remember, unless your teacher says otherwise, assignments are all level 0. Next, ask any clarifying questions you have about what is allowed before you turn something in, not afterwards. And last, generative AI is a tool, but not your only tool. You need to develop all of your skill sets so you're ready to tackle what comes at you.